It is very rare that I go out storm chasing having reviewed little to no data. Today's chase was one of those days, but little did I know what prizes would be waiting for me throughout the chase. Storm chasing, the chance to see nothing and the chance to see everything. In that moment, there is no fear. Nothing else matters. It comes down to the choices I make, the ever-changing terrain, and the menacing sky before me. What happens next is left to the unknown. At some point, I reflect on that experience. At some point, I take a look back. When I got up on this particular morning, I was just feeling so exhausted. I did not want to go anywhere or do anything at all. All I saw going into the day was that Reed Timmer had shared an image of an HRRR forecast model, and the Storm Prediction Center had upped their tornado probabilities to 5% for the location I would end up targeting. Once out of bed, I decided to go towards Tulia, Texas, a location that is no stranger to severe weather. The big problem with the day, right out the gate, is that I had nothing concrete to base my decision off of. I just took a chance and said, let's see what happens. While en route to the gas station in Plainview, I could see the storm starting to take shape. Stopping in Hale Center first, I just had to time-lapse this one, and I am glad I did. Once filled up in Plainview, I decided to stay with this storm. Her structure alone was hard to ignore, and it just did not seem as though there would be any other storm worth taking a chance on. Once near Crest, this storm became a time-lapse dream. Back in pursuit, I wanted to get closer to the storm, and at this point, it was south of Silverton. At one point, the storm had put down some large hail, so I decided to take a quick pause and get a few shots of it. I did not intercept the hail, but I did love the accumulations. As I am heading straight east and not looking any other direction, to my south, something was beginning to happen. My chase partner for most of this season, Katie, who is not a storm chaser by trade, noticed something interesting. This is that interesting thing. The funnel was coming down and the first tornado of the year was seen. My only complaint is, and I did not notice this until it was too late, that my shot was slightly out of focus. I still gave it to you as a time-lapse because it was well worth showing. Here's the picture I took of it, which came out way better. You can find these on my print site if you are interested in purchasing one for yourself. It would not be long, hardly an hour later, that I would finally be in front of this magnificent beast. This storm would end up getting a confirmed second tornado, and after extensive review of everything I captured this day, I got it. I am no Photoshop expert, so I could not pull any more detail than what you see here, but 2 tornadoes in one day is something I'm very proud of. It is indeed hard to make out, but this would end up being my second and only other tornado of the day. Once it was time to figure out a new position, the storm became almost stationary, and once it did, its location did not lend to a favorable intercept position. It was time to call it a day, but it was such a great and memorable one. Be sure you are liking and subscribing to this channel because what is coming in the next episode will be well worth the watch. See you there.